this mythology. Paul's a connoisseur. Sarah has an interest, but it's all Greek to her. From Cronus's kids' weird childhood to what's going down in Hades' hood. These fables are bizarre but good. It's myth understood.
Well, I'm really excited for today's episode because we just ate ice cream and we're feeling fine with our ice cream time.
That's true. I had Rocky Road.
And I had gold medal ribbon.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Paul. And welcome back to another episode of Myth Understood. We are talking about something today that was suggested to us by a woman named Jillian Brunner or Brunner, probably Brunner. And she sent an email to mythunderstood@dragonwagon.com or something like that. And boy, did it get to us. And her request was that we talk about Eros and Psyche. And so today's episode is dedicated to all things Eros and Psyche.
Whoa.
Sarah, when I say Psyche, does that make you think of anything?
My mind.
Yeah. And Psyche is the root word for what we use today to describe our psyche. But its traditional word is related to butterfly and to soul. And so I don't know about you, but I'm a huge X-Men fan. And there's an X-Men character who's actually my favorite X-Men, Psylocke. And every time she uses her telepathy, a purple butterfly forms around her face. And this is in dedication to Psyche.
Well, they didn't do that in that terrible movie.
Wait, which terrible movie? Psylocke was featured in 2 terrible X-Men movies. So,
yeah. I didn't know about the butterfly coming out of her head.
Yeah.
But that's a great fun fact.
It is a fun fact. So before we dive into this, it's important to talk a little bit about Eros. Eros, if you remember when we talked about Aphrodite, we know that Eros is
Little chubby baby.
Is a little chubby baby, the little son of Aphrodite. Sometimes it's said that he emerges from the cosmos. He was the child of chaos.
That is the kid that tried to grab my ice cream at Baskin-Robbins tonight.
Yes, a child of chaos tried to grab Sarah's ice cream earlier, and I'm
gonna fall in love with someone.
He fell over screaming. It was very bizarre. But he is more commonly known as being the son of Aphrodite.
Who'd she have him with?
Good question. I think because he became attributed to her, that it after originally being the child of chaos, that it's and now he's Aphrodite's son. It's sort of either an immaculate conception thing, or secret child between her and Ares.
Ooh.
Or child of her and Zeus, because Zeus is always having babies too.
Ugh.
However, there's something I learned recently about Eros, which is because sometimes you see him and he's known to be cherubic and a chubby little baby. And one of these myths involves Aphrodite complaining to Themis that her son, though being a beautiful baby, that he never seemed to grow into a handsome youth, or grow beyond that, even that he was just always a baby. And so
that does sound awful.
Yeah,
it's nice that they're that way for a little bit, but then it's go walk away, please.
So Themis is sitting in her room, and she's like, "Oh, Aphrodite, what brings you here?"
I just need to get away from my frickin' baby.
Oh, yes. I was noticing that Eros is always so small in stature.
Oh, did you notice that? So did I.
Yes.
Because it's been 20 years.
And his little peepee's always out.
Okay.
You should put a diaper on him or something.
Don't tell me how to take care of my kid.
Well, here's an idea, though. Does it bother you that he's always a baby?
A forever baby? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I think that it's probably because he's always alone.
Huh.
Yes, this is sage advice that I read it on Google, and if babies are left alone, they don't grow. So if you get him a companion, Maybe shoot out another a baby brother. Then both of them will grow together.
That sounds exactly correct. Yes.
So Aphrodite finds a guy, gets knocked up, has a younger brother named Anteros, and Anteros is the god of requited love, which is
the good kind of
the
love.
good kind of love. Yeah,
It's what you want.
Mhm.
Well, give and take.
Because Eros is like it's gonna happen regardless. He's just general love, but Anteros is specifically requited love, and soon
I have never met that god.
I shouldn't have laughed at that. As soon as Eros was united with his younger brother, he had the gratification of seeing his brother, and they both did grow into young men together. However, this is how this myth goes. Whenever he's apart from Anteros, he shrinks back into a little chubby baby.
Yep, I know those kind of guys. When they're away from their friends, little tiny babies.
So that doesn't exactly that's its own little separate myth, because in the myth of Cupid and Psyche, I encourage you, due to not just my own thoughts of how this myth should go, but also due to the art that I have seen in relation to Cupid and Psyche, that myth doesn't apply to this, because he is alone, he is without his younger brother Anteros, and he is at least looking like a teenager in this myth. So he's not a chubby baby during this. Psyche, however, was a beautiful young princess who was so transcendently beautiful that her admirers neglected the worship of Aphrodite in favor of her.
Nope, it never works out.
So a bad start. And so Aphrodite became jealous of this young, beautiful human princess and sought revenge in two ways.
Death.
The first way was that she made every man in the land too terrified or intimidated by her beauty to ever ask her hand in marriage. And so
that must be my problem.
It must be. And so her two less attractive sisters were married before her, and her father.
What? They could be cool. They could be cool as shit.
And her father wondered who would ever marry his fairest daughter, because boy did he just like want to get rid of her.
Yeah.
And he wanted money from the marriage.
Dowry. Yeah.
Yeah. Secondly, because she still had people worshiping her like as a goddess on earth, she sent Eros, her son, to do her revenge. Perhaps make her fall in love with her own reflection like Narcissus, so she would waste away. Make her fall in love with a tree. Make her fall in love with something stupid. Just like make her life pointless and lame because she had this anger towards her. And so Eros flies down on his little wings and sees Psyche just being herself.
Just straight chilling.
Yeah, just straight chilling. She's drinking juice. She's having a smoothie. And he sees her.
Jamba juice.
She's having Jamba Juice. And as soon as he sees her, he's got his bow drawn. And as soon as he sees her, he has one of those moments where he like sort of botches his arrow shooting, because he too is so enamored by her beauty. He was not prepared for it. His arrow flies up into the air, lands back on his own arm, scrapes his arm, and immediately he is in love with Psyche. So he just thought she was hot, and then scrape. Now he's forever in love with her.
Le Pew.
Yeah. So he's really into her, and he doesn't know what to do with himself. He's like, I'm in love with a mortal. This has never happened to me. He flies away. And I sort of imagine that from here on out that like Aphrodite's like knocking on his room, like, Eros, did you do that thing? And like
just whacking it. He's whacking it up and down.
I was gonna say that he put pillows like in his bed to make him look like he's in the room or something, or that thing where he's like he's actually far away, but he could be whacking it in there. He's like, not now, mom.
Well, if he's a teenager at this point.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Psyche's father, fearing that he had somehow angered the gods because Psyche is still not married.
Get rid of this girl for goods. Girls for goods. That's why you have a daughter.
He goes to the Oracle of Apollo and consults with her.
Wait, Oracle of Apollo? Like
yeah.
Apollo's got his own oracle on
Oh
retainer?
yeah. Oh yeah. Apollo's got his own things. He has his own toys. He's got the latest gadget. He shops at Sharper Image.
He sharts at Sharter Shivers.
Yeah, he sharts at everywhere.
He really does.
So Psyche's father comes to the Oracle of Apollo.
Girls for goods. Wanna trade my daughter.
Excuse me.
Sorry, I got a song stuck in my head.
Yes. Welcome to my temple. I'm the Oracle of Apollo. You were just singing a really catchy jingle. I like that.
Yeah, I got this daughter that I can't shake, and I want her gone. I kind of want to put a gym in her room. You know what I mean? Like, I just want like a space for me.
Okay, yes, I'm seeing the space for you. I'm seeing the gym in your room.
Do you see a tread climber?
I see a tread climber.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, you have all the latest gym equipment. I'm massaging my temples to see into the future. Oh, here's the problem. You've been expecting Psyche to get married off to a human man.
Oh, okay.
The thing
Like
that I see
like a tree?
is that she is married off to a horrible, monstrous creature that breathes fire, that's feared by even Zeus and the inhabitants of the underworld. Cool. Yeah. So here's what you got to do. You dress her in black, like she's gonna be dead, like you're gonna bury her, and then just leave her at the peak of a rocky crag, and just abandon her there, and then build your gym.
Yes, 1,000. If you manifest it, it will come true.
Well,
Thank
have
you.
a good day, girls. I have that song in my head now. So he does just that. He puts Psyche in her funeral garb. He's leading her off to the rocky crag. Where
are we going, Dad?
Oh, I'm taking you to your husband.
Okay.
Okay, here it is. He's just stay here and don't keep looking out at the horizon. Just stand here, enjoy the beautiful view. He's gonna come up from behind.
Oh, I don't like that.
And he'll surprise you. I've heard great things about him. Everyone's afraid of him. Bye.
What?
So he leaves Psyche there, and no sooner does her father depart that Zephyrus, the west wind, shows up and just creates a plume of air that makes her rise up into the sky, and he carries her off to a faraway fairy kingdom.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, and he carries her off to this fairy kingdom. It is the kingdom where Eros dwells, and it's in the clouds, and there's a meadow, and there's little flitting fairy creatures. It's all very.
It's in the clouds.
It's all It's
How
all.
can she stand?
Because it's magic. It's all very fanciful and magical. It's all of those things. And as soon as she lands there, she doesn't really know what to do with herself. Is this?
Yeah, I wouldn't. No, I'm in the clouds.
Yeah, she's there, and all of a sudden she hears, psst, psst, Psyche.
What?
Hey, how's it going? This is just a disembodied voice. I hope it's okay.
It's not. I hate it up here. It's cold.
Listen, I'm gonna be your husband.
What? Who?
Yeah.
What?
You can't know who I am.
Why?
And you can't ever see me.
What?
Because there's rules.
What?
And
What rules?
but this is my beautiful home. You're welcome to stay here. And there's people who will servants who will wait on you and treat you like the princess that you are. And at night I will visit you, but you must never look upon me, because if you do look upon me, just bad things will happen. Just real bad things.
So, are you a god?
No. What? No, what would give you that idea? I'm like a ventriloquist. I can throw my voice really far.
Okay, cloud husband.
Okay.
I think I'm married to a cloud.
I love you, Psyche. Bye.
Yeah.
So she is very enchanted by the place that she's allowed to live in. And when night falls, she goes to bed and she feels a presence in her room.
Why
And
can't she look at Cupid?
um
You can look at gods.
here's the thing.
Zeus is looking at everyone.
Remember, Aphrodite is Eros's mom,
Yeah.
and Aphrodite is incredibly jealous of Psyche.
Yeah.
And so he feels like if he does this in secret, if like no one really knows what's happening, then his mom will never find out, and thus she will not exact revenge upon this woman who has become her
But
daughter's
who
son.
is she going to tell? She's in a cloud.
There's just just accept the myth. That's just what happens. I don't know, Sarah. So he visits her at night, and they make love, and she never sees his face. And she starts to just sort of accept that this is her life, and she's okay with it because it's she has everything she could possibly need except for a face to her husband that she never really sees or has conversations with. But after being apart so long, she starts to become very lonely. And as we learned from the previous myth, if you're lonely, you'll shrink into a baby. so it's a bad thing. He didn't want a baby wife. So Eros talks to Zephyrus, and he's like, dude, I don't know how much I can keep this up. Like, she's really beautiful, but she's really sad down there. Zephyrus, you listening?
Yeah.
So take off your headphones.
Wait, oh, sorry, man.
Yeah.
You get something for gas.
Oh, you're listening to that new hit song
Yeah, the new hit
that
song.
mortal wrote about selling your daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Listen, Psyche's really lonely. Can you do the wafty wind thing to her sisters so that her sisters can come and visit her?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think that'd be a really fun gift, and she'd be really happy to see her sisters. So Zephyrus does just that. He wafts up Psyche's sisters and brings them to her faraway cloud kingdom. And when they arrive, they are just aghast at how their sister has been living. They actually probably assumed that she was dead, that she fell off into the abyss where her father left her.
You should see Dad's gym.
It's really great. Yeah. Is this where you've been living?
Yeah, I'm a cloud person now, and I live in a cloud. I love it. I love it.
Tell us about your husband. Is he great?
He's the best.
What's so great about him?
The way he makes me feel, because it can't be more than that.
What do you mean?
It's just we're just very like emotionally connected. I've never seen his face.
Psyche.
I don't know what he looks like.
You don't even know what he is. He could be a monster thing.
Oh my god.
He could be a monster thing. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So the wind god just like came and whipped us up over here, but Jenny brought this knife and I brought this lantern, and like you should like next time he comes in the night to like have sex with you, you should like ooh and like reveal his face and then murder him because he's gonna be a horrible monster.
Yeah, I'll consider
Do it.
I'll think about it.
So do it.
You guys give me bad advice.
Remember
when you made me get bangs?
They look so cute on you. So she considers her sister's advice, and when
Guess it'd be nice to see him and shank him. I don't know.
and she knows that he always comes to her sort of later in the evening, and she gets really impatient. And so before that time happens, just like after the sun is set, she collects the lantern that her sister gave her and the dagger, and she starts to go to like the part of the castle that she's not allowed in. It's like very Beauty and the Beast. She's like going to the West Wing, and she walks into the room and is carrying the lantern, and she sees beautiful Eros sleeping on a chaise lounge or something. Like he's sleeping on a bed like thing.
He's straight chilling.
He's just straight chilling, and she's raising the lantern, and she's so struck by how beautiful this man is that she like leans in closer to get like a better view of his face with the oil lamp, and the hot oil sort of leaks out of the lamp and sizzles on his arm. So it's sort of their meet cute moment where then he wakes up and sees her holding oil lamp over him and a dagger to murder him. And he's
Oh, I know this looks weird.
Wow, yeah, it looks really weird.
No, it's a funny story. It's a funny story.
I told you never to look at me though.
But how do I know who you are?
Well,
who
now
are you? I don't know.
I'm Eros.
How do I know?
Because
I've never seen you,
Well,
so maybe I'm not looking at you if I don't think you're you.
That's my quiver over there with the arrows and.
Ooh, you make me quiver. You're so good looking.
Here's the thing. This is my mom's gonna be real mad about this.
Your mom?
Yeah, I'm gonna fly away now. Bye.
What?
Bye. So Eros flies away because he's mortified and
mama's boy
and afraid of what his mother's going to do. So she Psyche's very upset with what's happened. She would have been thrilled to be married to Eros.
Man, he was pretty.
Yeah, he was attractive and
He was a cutie pie.
He was a cutie pie and he lives in the
Scared him
clouds.
away.
So
With my knife.
So Psyche begins to wander in I wrote wonder in my notes, but Psyche begins to wander in search of Eros because she's still sort of in this strange magical land.
She's probably doing both right now. Wandering.
And
what's up and where am I going?
And she comes to a small temple, and the small temple is devoted to both the goddesses Demeter and to Hera. And she calls out to them.
Don't talk to them.
She's like, Demeter, Hera.
Demeter to Hera. I mean, Hera.
I need the help of a goddess. I'm in love with the god Eros, and I need just some female guidance and some help. And so the two goddesses appear in front of her.
Well, don't talk to me about keeping a man happy. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I mean, that could go for either of us. I mean, I'm a virgin goddess. She's queen of the gods and
queen of getting cheated on.
Although I guess I'm not really a virgin goddess because I had Persephone. Yeah, but that was against my will. Yeah, Greek mythology.
Oh,
yeah. But here's the deal. We're both friends with Aphrodite, and she sort of knows through the grapevine what's up. She told us not to help you.
Oh.
But here's what we think could help. If you go into service of the goddess, if you go serve Aphrodite, maybe you can win her favor.
Like she'd want to fuck me?
No, we're saying like you could. We're not gonna fuck you.
No, I'm not
Psyche.
interested.
Okay,
I'm not.
You want to fuck Eros?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so work for Aphrodite.
Fuck his mom. Fuck him. I'm hearing you.
Sure, if that's what she requests, that's what we're saying.
I'm hearing you.
So
fuck his mom. Fuck his mom.
So Psyche then presents herself at the temple of Aphrodite, and she calls out to Aphrodite.
Hey, girl. Hey.
What do you want?
I'm here to give you whatever you want. So,
yeah. My son is not gonna date any stupid human woman. This is not a thing.
What?
Unless she can do 4 impossible tasks.
I'm out.
You're out. These are 4 impossible tasks. Don't you want to be like Hercules and other errand boys of the like?
It doesn't work out for anyone.
Well, let's see if it does for you.
Okay.
Here it goes. Task number 1. You see that huge pile of seeds over there?
Yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah. Well, it's a huge pile of seeds. It's mixed wheat. It is barley. It is poppy seeds. It is chickpeas, lentils, and beans.
I'm gluten-free.
I need you to sort that gigantic pile.
I mean, it's not impossible.
It's very time consuming. Awful. Yeah, it's awful and time consuming. I just want to see you do it.
You don't want me to just go down on you?
No.
All right.
Those beans.
I got your bean.
Yeah. So Psyche sits down in front of the huge pile of seeds, and she just knows it's going to take her a really long time to do this. So while she's sitting there, all of a sudden she hears, "Oh, hello there.
Hebby?
No, look down.
Ugh.
There's a little. It's I. I'm the little ant. I'm wearing a little top hat. My name is Timothy P. Thorax.
What the fuck is happening?
I'm a little ant, and I'm saying hello
Why?
because
Is this Zeus? You can't have sex with me
no.
as an ant.
No, I'm not. I'm not Zeus. I just happen to be a little ant. I'm a little ant, and
Squish.
No, don't squish me. I'm a little ant, and you know how like Disney princesses always have like fun little animal sidekicks.
Yeah, so find me a better one than an ant.
Well, here's the deal. You really could use us because you need to sort this big pile of
you got like a team?
I come from an entire colony.
Okay,
of ants.
hook it up. Hook her sister up.
Okay, so we're gonna go back and then I'll come back and we're gonna sort all of this for
More
you.
show, less tell.
Do you know why?
No.
Because you're a beautiful woman, and beautiful women just things happen for them.
I know.
You're an it girl. So Timothy P. Thorax, who's not actually mentioned by name in the myth. That's just what I've chosen.
I know that.
I feel like some people might not know that because it's a very convincing Greek name. He shows up with his entire colony of ants, and they sort in record time all of the seeds for Psyche. And so
I just love that awesome girl on Twitter that printed out like a whole spreadsheet to follow us that she's looking for Timothy P. Thorax. Like, wow.
Yes. So Aphrodite comes down and is just like, "What? How did you do this so quickly?"
I'm just like, I'm all about your son's dick.
Okay. Well, first things first, or second things second, rather.
You're so funny. We should be friends.
No, not going to win me over that quickly. I need you to cross a river and fetch golden wool from violent sheep that belong to the sun god Helios.
Or I was on my way to Starbucks. I could get you something. Bring it back.
The Starbucks is located where the violent sheep dwell, so that's the only Starbucks I'll accept.
Violent sheep?
Violent, yes.
Like sheep with guns?
Like sheep that will like bite you and like make you say, "Hey, stop that."
I can deal with that. All right.
Yeah. So Psyche reaches the river, and it's a giant like rushing river that looks like it will kill anyone who like tries to like swim across it because the rapids are so.
Errands for Eros.
Yeah.
Errands for Eros.
And
run these errands for Eros.
And when Psyche gets to the river, she's like, "Oh, this just seems too hard." And so she thinks that she's just gonna like jump in the river and drown herself because she's like, "Whatever, I can't do this task. I might as well just kill myself because I'm not gonna get to be with Eros." And so she jumps into the river, but again, she's so lovely and beautiful that the river god lifts her up like almost like she's doing a mosh pit in a concert, like, and just like carries her across the river, and she gets on the other side, and reeds sprout up like in front of her and like sort of sequester the sheep into like little pens, and then she like takes the pen back to Aphrodite and she's like, "Okay, here's your sheep wool."
Jesus.
Yeah, a lot of things just happen. Like when you're the most beautiful woman, things just happen. That's the moral of the story so far.
Yeah. I mean, isn't this the way we just learned Hercules did all his things, right? He just went, "I don't wanna," and then all of the elements around him.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't have to. Yeah, the Nemean lion just fell down in front of him. So she returns to Aphrodite. Aphrodite's just like, "I can't believe you keep doing these." Okay, here, take this crystal flask.
Yep.
Go to the river Styx and fill this crystal flask with that black water. But I only want it from like the part of the river that's near like the tallest cliff because that's where the water is the blackest. So here you go.
What are you gonna do with it?
Just have it. It'll look good on my end table.
Okay.
Okay. So Psyche finds her way to the underworld. She goes all the way to Hellespont and reaches the river Styx. She has to climb along the side of this like cliff face
See, now this is easy.
to get, to get all the way to like the top of like the waterfall part of the Styx and to like fill this crystal flask. And on the way there are like small like dragonlings, like little slithering dragonlings that are like biting at her ankles. And
Where are my dragonlings?
and as this is happening, Zeus looks down from Olympus and he's like,
Boy, yo, 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 yo.
yeah, he gets an erection
Oh,
and he's
no.
like, that beautiful woman might fall to her death. That can't happen. So he sends a pack of eagles to fly down and like attack the dragonlings so that she's
No.
so the eagles and the dragonlings fight in midair, like as she just like carefully like scoops up some black liquid, brings it all the way back to the temple of Aphrodite, and is like,
Ding dong.
oh my god, you're back already.
Yes, doesn't it look so cute on your end table? I love the way your room looks.
All
This
right.
is feng shui.
Here's my final task for you. This is task number 4. I said there'd only be 4.
Is it to give you a big hug because you're my mother-in-law?
No, not yet.
Oh.
So she says here, in the underworld is, I know you just came from
I was just
Hellespont.
there.
I know. I should have
Oh.
coupled these two tests together, but I'm a bitch like
Just text
that.
me.
So she says, there's this box of beauty ointment
Yes.
that Persephone uses.
Okay.
I need you to go and grab that. But while you're down there, be really careful.
So like ointment, like you have scabs?
Shh.
Okay.
Shh.
I mean, in case you're not grabbing the right thing, like I don't know, a beauty ointment.
It's a beauty ointment.
Oh, okay. Ointments like
Mm,
Neosporin.
I get around.
Oh, okay.
I've picked
Okay.
up some things.
Okay.
So I need that.
Mm.
But remember, don't do anything down there that I wouldn't do. You know?
What does that even mean?
I don't know. So-
specifically.
While she heads back to Hellespont, she hears a familiar voice in her ear, and it reminds her very much of the voice that she heard right when she arrived at like the Cloud Palace.
Cash for kids.
It's not the voice of her dad. It's the voice of Eros. But he doesn't let her know, again, because he's Mr. Mysterious, that it's him. He's just like, psst, Psyche. Hey,
Who dat?
it's that disembodied voice again, but a different disembodied voice.
Is that my husband?
No, it's someone else. Someone else who really cares for your well-being
Is that
and
my hot ass husband?
who's like really proud of like everything you're doing.
What?
Yeah.
It's you.
So here's some things.
What?
Aphrodite was super vague.
Babe.
Was super vague about like things not to do in the underworld, but I have like a whole list of things that you shouldn't do. Persephone and Hades are probably going to invite you to a banquet. Do not go to the banquet.
Why?
If you eat the food from the gods of the underworld, you will be doomed to the underworld forever.
Why would they invite me to that? It's awful.
Well, because they're tricky like that. Second thing, make sure
Persephone's like spring. Why is she trying to kill me?
she's super moody. Oh boy.
Okay. PMDD.
Yeah, she's like not my cousin. Like it's not like I know these things.
Okay.
And also make sure that you have like a coin for Charon when you go to the underworld, because he'll like condemn you to Tartarus if you like don't have money for him.
Oh.
Yeah, so just like a
There's
coin.
like a toll. Okay.
Yeah, actually here.
Ow! Ow!
Sorry, that's for you. And finally, do not open that box, the beauty box. Like, make sure that you hand that to my mom. I mean, it's Aphrodite, not my mom. Make sure you hand it to her sealed.
I feel like that's gonna be the impossible task for me
Why?
because she says beauty ointment,
Yeah.
and I'm beautiful, so I kind of want to put some ointment on my scabs.
No, please don't. Everything will be ruined.
I feel like that's the way it's gonna work out, babe.
Well, let's find out. So she reaches the underworld again. She has the coin for Charon. He carries her across the river Styx. She goes down into the underworld. Remember from previous myths that a living person can only go down to the underworld once in their life. So this is Psyche's one chance to go down to the underworld.
She was just there.
and leave. Well, she was only on the outside of the river Styx.
Okay.
So she goes down into the underworld. She is greeted by Hades and Persephone. Hey, welcome to the underworld. What?
Thanks.
Uh,
And some ointment.
do you want a banquet while you're here? We're always looking for people to have a banquet with.
No way. I
Yeah.
just started this juice cleanse. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's too bad. There's like a really good. We're trying new recipes that we learned from our like gluten-free cookbook.
Oh, wow. That would normally be like so up my alley.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm straight juicing.
Oh, so why are you here then?
Oh, I came to pick up something for my mom-in-law.
Oh, are you asking about the beauty ointment?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let me grab that for you. It's right over here. Here it is. It's in this beautiful box. Hey, don't be like Pandora. Just like don't open it.
I have a feeling I will.
You have a feeling you will. You don't know how to trust yourself, do you? You're
love
insatiable.
Present.
Okay, well here it is. Be careful.
Okay.
I see you opening that
What's
lid.
in front of it?
Don't keep it shut.
What's inside?
So of course, because women in Greek mythology so often are susceptible to curiosity, because why not? As she's leaving the underworld, she's walking back and she's just crossed the river Styx, and she's like, I really need to see what's inside of this box. So she opens up the box, and inside is a like fog of dark black snakes that like sort of like billow out of the box and entangle and enwrap around her and ensnare her. And she inhales through her nose, and it puts her into a death-like sleep, not unlike what Juliet experiences in Romeo and Juliet. Spoiler alert.
Oh no, I was gonna read that.
But yeah, she enters a death-like sleep, and she's just sitting there on the banks of the river Styx, and Eros flies down to her, and he's just like, oh my gosh, if only I had like just told my mom how much I really like her. Like, this is really bad. And he like holds Psyche up in the air, and he's like, no, mommy, why'd you do this? And in that moment, Aphrodite sees indeed how much he loves this woman, and she's sort of overcome with guilt that she put this woman through so much. And she goes over and she talks to Zeus, and she's like, hey Zeus.
Yeah.
It's Aphrodite. Listen, I did something real bad. I acted out vengefully towards
You turned into a swan?
No, I didn't turn into a swan.
Who'd you fuck?
A bunch of people, but that's besides the point. I
Me too, pound it out.
pound. I sort of screwed over my son, and like,
Yep, I do that.
Probably the love of his life.
I do that too.
And here's the thing: there's some ambrosia just chilling out right here. Can I borrow some of this and, with your blessing, give it to this young woman, Psyche? She's really beautiful. You already saved her from like her. Like, this,
yeah.
Yeah.
Can I fuck her? If you save her, can I fuck her?
Let's sure. Yeah,
I
whatever.
don't know. Why am I asking? I'm gonna fuck her.
Okay.
Go for it.
So, Aphrodite and Zeus give Psyche food from the gods, and Psyche is elevated from her mortal status into a goddess, and is
Wow.
brought into Olympus, where she lives with Eros happily, and Eros and Psyche do live happily ever after. This is a rare happily
Except
ever.
when your mom and brother are gone and you're just a little fucking man baby. I have to take
Exactly.
care of you.
She has to change his diapers when.
Ah!
Yeah, in
Mhm.
between that. So that's basically the story of Eros and Psyche. Eros and Psyche is more often known as Cupid and Psyche because it is much more popular of a Roman myth than it is a Greek myth. But I think it's a nice story. It's sort of rare in Greek mythology that you hear the tale of like the woman who goes through the heroics in order to win the love, even if the initial premise of secret voice and nighttime faceless sex is sort of bizarre.
How?
Great.
Well, thank you, Paul.
Well, thank you for listening.
I never do.
Ba-do-do-do-do.
Carol. What's the secret that you've got going on? Did you get Botox?
No, that's not it. It's also not this new yogurt I'm eating.
No, Carol, what? There's something different about you. You look 10 years younger.
Well, I'm going to share with you my little secret. It's called Aphrodite's Beauty Ointment.
Whoa. Ointment like for scabs and for pussing and itching and go on.
All of the above.
Oh.
I have every disease under
Oh.
the sun, and I've picked it up
And
here and there. And
yikes.
here's how you use it. You just open the box. Don't mind the crazy snake fog shit. Then dip your finger into the sludge. Apply it onto your face.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
And then you look 10 years younger.
So, yeah, I guess that's what it was. You were just covered in scabs before.
I was covered in scabs, and now I'm not anymore. Thanks, Aphrodite's Beauty Ointment. Now all my friends know my terrible secrets.
Dun, 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 dun. Why do you have to do a jingle on top of my jingle? Okay, well that was fucking fun.
I don't believe you.
We took that suggestion from internet, so please keep talking to us on internet.
Yeah. You can talk to us on Instagram and Twitter. We are at _mythunderstood. Please continue to rate and review us on iTunes and wherever you listen. We're on every network thing. And if you have friends, awesome. I'm glad. Share the show with them because sometimes it's good to learn about things that you don't know about, or sometimes it's good to remember things that you did learn in the past.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know.
And you can follow us individually on social media too. I am at the Sarah Oliver on Instagram and Twitter, and Paul is
The Paul Bianchi.
the Paul Bianchi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just on Instagram though. I have not tweeted yet.
Well, we are on Twitter
Are we?
at Myth Understood.
Oh, at Misunderstood. Yes. Yes, I think I covered that. Well, great. Follow at It's Dragon Wagon on all social media. That is the network that we're a part of. You can see the little logo in the corner of our Myth Understood's logo. And be sure to show your support at dragonwagonradio.com/donate. Everything that you do after that will help. Everything. Even if you just go to the page, look at it, and then spin around. But that's not true.
Yeah, you guys are so fun to engage with online. Please keep talking to us. No one else will.
All right. Good night.
Night night.
So, Apollo is the god of light and music. I'm here sitting with my own personal god of music, Matt Kessler.
That is so kind of you. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going. I also have a podcast on this network. It's called Too Many Records.
That came out of the blue, but thanks. Thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell it. It's the first thing I say in a conversation.
Okay.
And much like Sisyphus pushing the rock up the hill constantly, I am constantly buying new records. And you can listen to me nerd about records with all sorts of really awesome people on the Too Many Records podcast.
Where can I listen to it?
You can go to Stitcher or iTunes and download it there, or you can go to toomanyrecords.net.
Well, I will do that right now.
Do it right now.
Good.
It's Dragon Wagon.